Welcome back to Skyline Sunday. Off to a bit of a late start. Can't seem to not find things to do other than come out here and work on this thing, but we need to get it done. I've been trying to think of what to do today. I just need to keep dwindling away the boxes. And there's one that's been sitting on the car for a very long time and it's bothering me. It'll be an easy thing, so we're just gonna go ahead and knock that out. This pizza box is sitting on the rear wing for months, so let's install it. So last time I didn't get to show you the interior of the car. I figured this would be a pretty opportune time to do so. First things, notably, this car has a Cusco cage in it, bolt-in cage. It's fit super nicely. I'm very, very surprised by how nicely this thing's fit in this car. I don't hit my knee at all on the driver's side here. It does unfortunately make your back seats kind of not usable. You can maybe fit someone on this side. One thing I do really like about it is the back seats aren't all chopped up to fit it. Just squeezed very nicely back there. Importantly, safety-wise, this top brace doesn't actually, like, if I were to get in a wreck and I fly forward, I'm not gonna bash my head on it. So that's important. But yeah, I wanted to change the steering wheel out in this car. I've currently got a Sparco wheel. It's pretty small. Ordered it by accident. This car did come with a Nardi wheel in it. But anyways, I put this Sparco wheel in it. When I ordered it, I didn't look close enough and ended up buying a 330 millimeter diameter wheel, and it's way too small. It'd be great in like a K car or something, so I'll probably save it for that. It's a nice flat bottom wheel. You'll notice there's a Nardi steering wheel horn in there because I couldn't find my Sparco horn, so I just kept this in there for the time being. But yeah, I've ordered a proper MOMO. I want to say it's a 350 or 360 millimeter, correct size wheel. I'm just a fan of the simplicity of the MOMO wheels, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove this one and get the new one installed. Yeah, that's gonna feel nice. I feel like it matches everything in the car really well too. Just simple. Just like that. Got one box down. A lot to go. All right, now with that out of the way, I'm gonna move on to the engine bay. I'm gonna finally replace that fuel line I was talking about last time. And I think I'm gonna make a couple other changes, fuel line routing related. On the factory intake manifold, there's a fuel line manifold, if you want to call it, that it bolts underneath it where your feed and return lines go. I was going to originally leave that off of there for simplicity, and just the routing seemed to make more sense at the time with the manual fuel pressure regulator off to the side. But I think I'm gonna add it back, and I'm gonna route things accordingly. I think with it on there I can make it look a bit cleaner. So chop a few things up, add a few hose clamps, let's see what happens. Alright, so I would think I'm going to start with actually just removing the fuel pressure regulator. Alright, now with that disconnected, I guess I'm going to remove the quick connect here on the ethanol content sensor. And then we can disconnect these fuel lines, get some of the stuff out of the way, and then we can add that manifold back onto the manifold. Alright, so this is that fuel line manifold I was talking about. I'm gonna have to get these old lines off of here. They're super crusty. As you can see, I've had to cut them to even get them off of the rail originally, so probably gonna have to do the same on these. don't exactly remember the orientation this goes. Pretty sure like that. Let's see. It's highly possible that I will regret that I torqued all that down, because now I gotta kind of bend these back, figure out which one goes to which. This is where the regulator would have been. So this will be return, which looks fairly straight shot to here. This is super far out. I might have to bend it more. I know I bent the shit out of it earlier on, so I might have to reline it up back with that one. So got a little angle to it. That would have sat like so. It's kind of interesting. Guess I don't really remember fuel lines being that crooked. Totally overkill hose cutter. This thing's awesome, by the way. This will cut steel braided fuel line. We don't even have to tape it. Just cut it so perfectly that it won't fray or anything. Let's find our mark, wherever the hell that was. That should do it for that one. Let's see if I can bend this just a little straighter. I think that's a decent amount better. Should be able to make that work. That should do it. Get some hose clamps. I think that looks much better like that. Just had to battle my laziness a little bit. Put that little manifold on. These lines down here, they're going to be a little bit more tricky. So let's see what I can do. Biggest thing, I just want to make sure it's like straight in here. Got a little room to bend it around with that bracket. I think that's good enough. Still got plenty of room to make adjustments as well. Let's cut some lines. Well, the first one's going to be super easy. Because again, we're doing feed line. Goes through the rail, all the injectors. This is where the regulator would have been, so return. It's the second or the outer one, which is also this one. Well, we're looking at the feed, so that's our feed line. And we just need this line from the fuel filter to go to there. So I'm going to mark it and give it a trim. Garden tools all up in here. Alright, so we got our feed line done. Now our return, we're gonna have to go from here. Oh man, yeah, that'll be super easy. So we'll do here to the side of the regulator, and then from the bottom of the regulator to the ethanol content sensor. Now, it'll be fairly important on this one that I give enough slack that it just doesn't kink over going into the regulator. So again, just significantly cleaner looking. Really glad I did that. I was thinking it'd be like, you know, more points of failure, but it's just so much better. So now we need to make a line that goes from the bottom of the regulator back to the ethanol content sensor. So I need to switch over my quick connect fitting. And there we have it. It's stupid, as simple as that is. That really cleaned things up in here. Glad I wasn't lazy and just threw some lines in there. This gives me some confidence too. I feel like this is a pretty safe setup. So that leaves me pretty well finished with the intake side of the engine there. I think about the only other thing I really need to do on that side is pull the boost controller out. It's got one of those Gretty boost controllers, electronic boost controller. I need to pull the solenoid out, and I need to hook up the MAC valve for the standalone. Another reason I want to pull that boost controller out is it's going to go in another car. So that'll be something fun for later. Boost controller's stuffed in here into the dash, so it'll be kind of interesting to see how all the wiring and everything's routed. I'm sure it's a big old rat's nest. Definitely like this wheel in this car though. I think it fits it real nicely. But yeah, once that's all out of there, I can start moving on to the hot side, which I'm pretty excited about. On this side, a few minor things I want to do. I want to replace these vacuum lines to the wastegates. The bigger job on this side is going to be I'm installing a Chase Bay's full power steering line kit with their reservoir. You can see the Hikis pump's been deleted on this one, but pretty much all of the factory lines were leaking horribly in this car. If I'd let the car sit for like a week, I'd have to put power steering fluid in it. It was pretty bad. I was leaving puddles everywhere. But yeah, it'll be really nice to get all that stuff updated, and then I think at that point it's time to consider putting the valve covers on, the timing cover back on, and then I'm real excited. We can start putting the Gretty suction kit together. Quite a few pieces involved with that. Crazy high quality. It's like all cast. So cool. That is a dream spec part for me. I'm very excited to get that on the car. Like I said, I had a little bit of a late start today, so about all I got time for right now. So we'll see you next week.